Hey, so growing up, right? You're like the, I wouldn't call it the outsider, but you're like the odd one, because I'm
Yeah.
sure the neighborhood you're from or the area you're from was mostly either Hispanics or Latinos, and then here comes you, somebody that don't look like everybody else.
No.
Did you get a lot of hate by others in your area that didn't fuck with you?
You know, like my amigas, yeah. My homeboys, that I mean, you always got the ones that they act like they're cool, but you know that, because I'll tell you a story, like, well, it ain't even a story, but like when they were doing that whole thing where black fools are getting jumped out of neighborhoods, there's a few homies that wanted to jump me out. No matter how much work I put in, whatever, they just wanted to jump me out because it's always been a jealousy thing.
Yeah.
But I refused. Dog, even when the whole thing with getting jumped out, dog, I started a neighborhood in my neighborhood. Recruited like 20 people, dog. They came back. They didn't want to fight, dog. They just wanted to bring us back into the fold. Like I refused it, dog. So yeah, you're always gonna have that. Like most opposition came from like Crips and stuff like that. Because them fools be always turned up. Like they're so extra out and juvie and all that. Like it's like
Level 10.
yeah, so you had no choice but to be a crash out. I remember I ran into a fool from Culver City, black fool. And that fool had a fro, dog, and I'm like, I had been to juvenile hall a few times. The fool told me, "Hey, fool, what do you do like when fools call you sellout?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "Fools fire them fools up, like sock them fools." That's what you do, dog. As soon as somebody, because I've got called that a gang of time. Oh, you're sellout. I just bomb. Beat. You ain't got nothing to talk about. I know what you want to do, like. So
I know what you're insinuating.
Yeah, it's like fool, like sell out. Like it's loyal to me. It's loyalty, dog. Like I represent what I represent because it's how I grew up and it's what I chose to get into. So there's no, to me, that's why you ain't gonna see me with no braids and I ain't no half stepping on mine. Like you gotta know where I'm from and you gonna know where I'm from. Like,
you adapted the culture
big time, dog, and immerse myself in the culture.
Now somebody earlier you said that you had homies that might be jealous, right?
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat said jealous of what?
Jealous of the simple fact that I was him. Like from my neighborhood, dog. Like people can say what they want, but when it came to smashing and putting in work, yeah, blacks was him. That's why my second name is Wicked, dog. Like when it came to putting in work, like my homies got so many stories about me, dog. Like. And it wasn't to gain anybody's approval. I was just scanning and grinding.
With it.
That's it, dog. Look at what age. Though I'll be 46 this year, and I'm still turned, dog. So that's where the jealousy, because half them fools that hated on me ain't even no good no more.
That's usually how it happens, though. You know what I mean? It's either the youngest or it's people like
the old heads.
Yeah,
sometimes,
but it's gonna be an older dude hating on a younger dude, or it's gonna be
younger hating on the older.
Another homie that's from a different race that's turned the fuck up because he's like, younger dude's gonna be like, fuck that, like you're gonna accept me, I'm like you or better than you, and then once you start putting in work and doing you, like people start to be like, okay, that's the homie. So people stop looking at all that shit. So like people look at different shit. They look at what you're doing, you know? So I'm sure in your hood, like ain't nobody even look at you any other than the homie.
That was it, dog. The only fools that did were like just fools I just wasn't cool with before I even got into my vodka. We just weren't cool. It was always you see somebody that may be able to fight, so you feel like they're like pressure cases, dog. They feel some type of way for no reason. But
do you feel that you had to do extra more than other homies because of your skin color?
You know what? No. I tell you, all the black fools that's from bottoms in my section were savages. But it's just.
You think it was just in them? Like it didn't have to.
It just is, dog. Like
hey, I'm putting it down just to show out.
There's some fools I know that were like that, but they're no longer homies. Yeah. Like they folded. But for the most part, it's like, I never felt like I had to do anything. I just wanted to do it.
But in your mind, you were just like, fuck it,
if I'm a rep, I'm a rep. That's it.
I'm going full blast.
That's it.
Like ain't no half stepping, ain't nobody punking me, ain't nobody.
Nothing.
Like, hey, I'm going.
It's just, if you're going to get involved, be involved.
Yeah.
Like I don't believe in that sitting on the sideline. Like it's like
Yeah.
those are gang members. Like there's a
Yeah.
difference between a gang banger and a gang member. Gang member to me, you just there to catch the bullets. You sitting in your hood, you smoking, you ain't doing nothing else.
We'll have some fun.
Yeah, them active fools. Like when fools be like, oh, I'd be like, fool, you can check my record. Like, dude, I was stepping, but
Yeah.
that's why now I'm comfortable enough to be like, I'm
chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
You did your shit.
That's
you,
it, dog. I
You
get
made
it.
a name for you within the neighborhood,
And that's all I needed.
and that's it. Yeah, that's facts. Because there is a lot of people that's just they're from hoods, fool,
Yeah.
and they talk a good one, but they ain't never done nothing but sit down, fool.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You gotta have something memorable, fool, that homies could look at you and be like,
Yeah, that's
you
the
can't
homie, no
question the
matter
homie,
what.
dog. You can't
You
question
know,
the
and they're
homie.
happy for you when you're
You know?
chilling.
Yup. Fuck
You
yeah,
know?
they are.
Like
Fuck
I
yeah, they
got
are.
a lot of my homies, they're happy that I'm doing good now.
Yeah.
Like they don't expect me like, oh, this fool gotta go and fucking do some extraordinary shit to
Yeah,
still
nah,
be
hell nah.
welcome in the hood.
They wouldn't even ask you to do
Yeah,
it,
they-
fool,
who
because
wants that?
At all.
that right there is that's disrespectful.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like you gonna ask, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Homie, go ask a little homie.
But I mean, look how old some of us are, bro.
Yeah.
Like me, I got kids the same age as the people that, hey, well, come with me, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
come with you.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way you go if I go? Like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, and then you're
You
not
know?
meant for this.
I done more jail time than you've been alive, and I gotta go with you.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's just fucking
Like, come on,
wild.
that doesn't even make sense. And not saying jail time has anything to do with anything, but I'm just saying, like, motherfucker's older already, bro.
Yeah.
At what point are you allowed to kick back? At what point are you allowed to be cool?
Yeah.
You know? Like, a lot of these dudes that come out and be cool and figure out how to work and do good and stuff turn out to be on the other side already.
Yeah.
So when you got good homies that are chilling, like, I mean, let them do their
They do
thing,
their
bro.
thing.
They earned it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They earned it already.
I got one last question before we move on from this whole gang shit. Was anybody in your family, did they question you about joining a Mexican hood and not a black one?
This not even question. It's just straight out opposition. Like I still got an uncle. Like if we see each other, somebody got to go. Like it's that serious. But he's a lifer, so no, not even really tripping on him. But that's like the closest ties. Like I got a lot of my family that were involved in it. They're like, as long as you don't make us look bad. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna rep it to the fullest. Like dudes I was busting with in the county, they're like, hey, handle your business. Like if you switch up, like, and you come to the pen, like, I ain't gonna try to stick you, but we gotta go heads up. Like,
You gotta
Yeah.
handle business.
Go hard.
yeah, like just you've been repping this. That's all you know. Stay repping it.
Yeah.
Don't
But it was
switch
no
up.
ifs, ands, or buts anyway. Like I'm
But-
just too in love with it anyway. Like
But I mean, just people and they wouldn't expect nothing less from you knowing you.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like they know, like, hey, this is who you are.
that's
Like
it.
you, like, just because of whatever team you chose, like, hey, this is me, bro, and I'm going hard for what I believe in, and this is
That's
what I
all
believe
it
in.
is. Like fools
You
will be
know?
like, oh, you're trying to be Mexican. It's not even that, dog. Like I know I'm not Mexican.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
see,
one-
that's good because, like, some people, like the homie asked you the question, you're like, nah, I know, you know, I'm who I am. Like,
That's it.
I don't have to tell you, oh, I believe I'm Mexican or I believe I'm, you know, hey, I believe this is who I am and got love for who I am, but this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it.
I don't see no race when it comes to the homies.
No,
if you're
never.
a homie, you're a homie,
That's it,
dog.
yeah.
That's it.
Once you're
I've
from the
always
hood,
looked at
that's
it.
it.
I
You're
know.
from the
I
hood.
mean, I'm from a little town, but like I got a gang of homies that are like half white.
Yeah.
I'm half Filipino, so
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. I never looked at it like,
Filipino.
you feel me?
Yeah.
I heard about them girls though.
Oh yeah, they're
But
pretty.
there's a lot of
pretty good.
people that are half
yeah.
of this or that, and
No, but it's just like it's just the gang
don't
thing.
think
It's
it
just the
makes-
gang fool. Like
yeah.
you know, it's just a
Dog,
big old.
When I was in Corcoran, there was like over 20 of us on the yard. 18, Primera Flats, Playboys. Like it was a grip, dog. Like I used to think I was like savage. There's savages, dog.
yeah.
Like there's some fools like I'll be like, what's wrong with you, dog? Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah, there's a lot of fools known
You're
for
crazy.
just putting it down.
Jeez, dog.
Facts.
So how do you feel of all the black Southsiders now? There's a gang of them now, and they're out. They're rappers. They're YouTubers. They're out in the open. They're saying the N word. They're not sort of like I would say they're not of our genre. Not our genre. They're not of our generation, right? They're you know.
Did you say black rappers or
Black Southsiders?
Oh, black Southsiders.
You know, because back then it wasn't that big like it is now. Now, fool, they're everywhere.
And there's always been a lot, dog. Like, there's always been, like, when I was bust, you had the homie from T-Flash, you had the other homie from older
Known
fool.
fools for
yeah,
sure.
These fools are known, dog. If I went,
from
I wouldn't even
Venice,
mention
homies from
Weed
18,
Moss.
yeah.
Dog, they got some fools
Known
from Weed Moss.
fools.
No, like, I was bust that. But yeah, there's
Yeah. How
But
do
they
you
were
feel now
savages.
about the ones today?
I mean,
Your cup of tea or not?
some of them I've never dealt with, I've never reached out, but there's a couple of them like, that I know, like, without even just mentioning them, that they're just like they're
with the
they're
business.
really
Without
him.
meeting them, huh?
And the ones that I know, like, there's a few
Yeah.
of them I just won't even say it, but they really him. Like my energy when I was like at a certain age, they still got that energy, and they're wild, dog. You probably seen them, like, but yeah, it's just different, dog. Like, I give my respect to them because it ain't an easy road if you know what I mean, especially if you got one foot in one end. You just got to commit, dog.